Winners don't use drugs.
Happy Saturday, everybody. It's a Saturday. Adam, Chris, Tommy, Vinny, thank you guys for joining me for a discussion about the ninja and the cuck. Enter the Ninja from
Dude,
1981.
I don't think you should be thanking us. I think you should be apologizing.
Hey, Tommy, I'm sure you were laughing when you were watching this.
Dude, I really thought that you gave me the wrong movie at first because I thought it was the Crying Game because I was like, oh my god, it can't be real.
What's up, RR? How you doing?
What's up?
Thanks for stopping in. But yeah, this is the first of the Canon Ninja trilogy, which, when you watch all the fucking movies, doesn't make any fucking sense why it's a ninja trilogy, because not one of these movies has anything to do with the other.
Well, the first one didn't make any sense.
Oh, alright, well... Alright. It kind of made sense. He's trying to help his friend who saved his life in Nam, or whatever the fuck fake war they were in.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck they...
It was the cocaine wars in Thailand.
It was the Hollywood cocaine wars.
Yeah,
is that why he threw it at the ninja's face at the end of the film?
Yeah, he blinded him with it.
But this I actually remember as a kid. I remember seeing the commercials for this on TV when it was in the theater, because that part where he jumps off the waterfall in the beginning, that was like the thing to make you go see the movie. Like, they would stop him in midair and they would throw up the Enter the Ninja on the screen.
What? It's not the 10 million over gratuitous smoke bombs that are apparently popping all over the place? I don't even remember seeing that many smoke bombs in the TMNT cartoons.
Or the guy with the hook was not the selling point either. No, the little fat goblin guy with the hook.
Yeah, the little German.
He gets a hook. He puts a hook in some dude's balls. The next thing you know, the dude is standing behind him with his arms folded, ready for some goon business.
Don't forget Veruca Salt there. I want a ninja now. And the ninja's
I want my black ninja.
He needs to lay golden eggs as well.
But I could imagine that this was a flop at the box office. Let's just see.
First of all, I'm shocked they didn't go for blue and yellow and all the other colors too while they were at it with all the ninjas.
Oh my god. 1.5 million budget, 15 million at the box office.
That's why they made 2 more.
Are you kidding me?
I mean, all the cocaine everyone was on in 81? Yeah, man.
Yeah.
But what about the... Oh, sorry.
No, I was going to say, don't forget, the lead actor is the original Django.
The Italian Ninja. The Italian Ninja.
No, I was just really disappointed that this was 2 hours of booblessness. Like, we wanted to see those flat flapjacks that he's
for the ugly woman.
I don't understand why you wanted to see her tits. I don't understand why you wanted to see her tits so bad when you were just going on about how bad looking she was.
Yeah, she was so ugly that I wanted to first denigrate her, and then I wanted to humiliate her.
Yeah, see, RR says... RR, when I was a kid, this movie was a must see. I never saw this until I was in my fucking 30s. I completely forgot about this movie until I was watching some video that was like talking about the Canon Ninja movies, and I was like, oh shit, I remember.
Yeah. No, this was something if it was on like HBO or whatever, or Cinemax or whatever, yeah, I would have watched this back then.
If you see the names Golan and Globus during the credits of a movie, you know you're in some some absolute fuckery going on in this movie.
Couldn't even get
Golan Globus
to go together with the fucking film.
No, wait, wasn't Golan Globus one of the Madballs? The Globulus or what?
Golan Globus is the leader of Cobra La. Yes.
This company made Canon look like they knew what they were doing.
Oh yeah, our butts off this Saturday night.
Yeah, dude, this was so like. Remember when the guy got his throat slit, and then
Oh, and all that was it just juice came out, Hawaiian
Yeah.
punch came out of the blade.
or the fact in the opening scene when he introduces his friend, the weak looking James Caan with the big Jufro, and
Yeah.
he's like, I'm sorry, I don't drink alcohol. And then
the very next scene, he has a glass of wine. The scriptwriters forgot that our hero doesn't drink. That's amazing.
Yeah, you know what? They forgot a whole lot because just in the opening credit scenes where he's being chased out for his initiation and everything like that, you watch his sword going from being on his back to his side to then he has two swords, one on his side and one on his back, to not having any on him, and he's holding the scabbard sword.
Oh, you mean when they're chasing him through the woods in the beginning, right?
Yeah, like I'm watching this, like, what the shit?
All right. Well, I'm trying to wonder. Like, I didn't see a bow and arrow. I didn't see the bow on his back, and then like he hides behind the bush and he comes out with the bow and he shoots.
He's got that Transformers pocket universe. It's called a prison pocket, and that's where he hides the bow.
Or it's like a video game. It's like Grand Theft when you select through the weapons in Grand Theft.
click, 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 click. There we go.
It could just automatically pop up in his hand.
Shoulder
So yeah,
rocket launcher.
Again,
So-
if you were high on cocaine, you wouldn't be asking these questions.
So they never got Chuck Norris to be in these ninja movies, but Chuck Norris did a bunch of canon movies. He did the Missing in Action movies, Invasion USA, and Delta Force. Those were all canon.
Oh, I love Delta Force, man.
They were all
Could you
fun.
imagine him in these movies? That'd be awesome.
He probably had a big price tag, right?
Oh, I'm sure.
Yeah, dude, Mexicans versus Italian ninjas, like Mexican martial arts versus Italian ninjas. I'd watch that.
Filipino.
You are not being politically correct, Fisk. Let's go ahead and correct that right now for all the viewers that we may or may not have offended. It would be Black Samurai against Mexican ninjas.
Okay, Canon also did the American Ninja movies. I didn't realize that.
My ass up.
They did Cobra. I didn't know they did Cobra.
Stallone?
Yeah, they did the Breakin' movies.
Yes, Electric 2 Boogaloo.
All right, it's funny too because the hot brunette from the Breakin' movies, she's the ninja in Ninja 3.
Oh shit!
Yes.
Wait a minute, is this before or after she won her dance off with Boogaloo?
I don't know. See, like, all right, let's see. Breakin' 2, 84. Breakin' 1. What? Oh, Breakin' and Breakin' 2 both came out in the same fucking year? What?
Well, it didn't take much to do. They just dance.
Yeah,
Hey man, when something's hot, you got to jump on it. What's going on, Frank?
Yeah.
Right?
What's up, Frankie? How you doing, man?
What up?
Thanks for stopping in, bro.
Yeah, I'll admit it. That's one of my guilty pleasures.
Ninja outfit by Gucci.
You should come on, Frankie.
Did you know this, Vinny?
What?
Vinny, did you know this?
Yeah. I don't remember seeing it, but he took Frankie.
Thought it was an Italian film. It's like, what the hell?
Yeah, Franco Nero. Yeah, he's a famous Italian actor.
So when you
That's why I
saw
said he's the original Django.
would be a ninja, Frankie.
All right, so wait, I want to see when Ninja 3 came out.
Did you feel represented?
Yeah, what the hell year were these?
You know what? I like Ninja 3. I'm not saying it was great, but it was watchable more so than this one.
You know what? I'd take this over almost anything we've seen recently.
Yeah, this was a fun. Like, this movie was bad, but it was fun bad.
Yeah.
Oh my, yo, this girl, how busy was this girl? She was in both the fucking, in 1984, she was in both the Breaking movies and Ninja 3.
Wow.
Wow, that's a good year.
Oh, this is 81. Yeah, Frank. Yeah, he was 6.
Yeah, this is 81.
I was 1. So yeah,
Oh, okay.
I did not see that in theaters.
Perfect for a 6-year-old to see.
Oh my god, how much cocaine was this woman on fucking... It's like, I'm gonna do all the horrible movies I can in one fucking year.
Oh, she wasn't on the
Jesus.
cocaine. That was just from the semen that was full of cocaine that
Oh,
she
jeez.
was on.
Ask her how much cocaine are you going to use? All the cocaine.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
They don't use swords, they use Berettas.
Yeah, forget about it.
Italian ninjas are also dubbed. They all fucking have dubbed voices.
Yeah.
If it was a true Italian ninja, he would have
Baguette.
pizza cutter wheels as nunchucks and shit. Like, it would be interesting.
A baguette somehow has to be added in there.
That's not cool. That's like borderline racist.
Welcome to my club, Vinny.
Bologna throwing stars, Vinny.
Yeah, I like to keep. No.
Well, somehow you could work in like the oh Jesus, the wooden thing with the dough. You know, yeah,
The paddle.
Oh, the roller.
Yeah.
The little
the roller or the
Oh,
paddle.
the
Or
rolling pin?
somehow you could work in the utensils for like him to use.
Yeah, what's the matter, you?
Listen, guys, I got a Sicilian in Japanese armor right now. I'm
According to
representing.
Tarantino.
All right, here's Sho Kazugi, the one dude that's actually fucking trained in martial arts in this movie.
The one dude with skill.
But yeah, all right, so yeah, we get
He
the
was
red
a
ninjas. We get the red ninjas in the beginning, and we get the white ninja running through the woods. No one gives a flying fuck to be camouflaged because they're in goddamn bright colored ninja outfits.
Yeah.
The hand, they look like the fucking hand.
He did.
I like how remember when the white ninja got through that gauntlet of people out in the woods, and he goes right up to the master dude, and then he cuts his head off, and it was just a mannequin, and we're like,
And it's very obvious. It's a very obvious mannequin.
yeah, we're like, I don't think that was supposed to be a mannequin or whatever. And then like later on, it was like, oh, okay, we weren't supposed to laugh at that.
Right.
All right, here's the cocaine.
Okay, you know.
Nice, yeah.
By God, he threw cocaine in his ass.
Those eyes had a family.
Winter Mike's crying right now. Cocaine abuse, man. Cocaine abuse.
Yeah, well, I'm assuming that's probably like what the black eggs, because like the smoke bombs that he was using, those were all in eggs. Like he was throwing eggs, and they were like doing.
You know what they were? Remember when when they used to sell the pantyhose and those little egg,
Yeah.
plastic eggs? That's probably what it
Oh
was.
man, I used to say
25-cent or 50-cent machine get the football helmet out of egg.
The director's wife had a cocaine stored in her fucking in her pantyhose egg.
No,
Right.
when my mother used to buy those things, and I used to like take the eggs, you know, because you throw them out or whatever, and I'd take the
Yeah.
eggs, and I'd fill it full of either water or something. And man, did that my sister get pissed off when I hit her with one of those.
I'd imagine so.
Yeah, it's just wham! She's like, the fucking thing didn't even break, and she's all like, "Ah, you son of a bitch!" It didn't break.
Since you were 1 year old, Vinny, you weren't ready to see the Italian.
He is too young.
Yeah, and remember, folks, if you've never seen this one, Frankie says it best. This one is rated R for rape.
That's right.
Rigatoni. It's part of the Ravioli trilogy.
That's flour for the pizza dough. He hit him in the eyes with.
Yeah, like out of the kitchen.
Artist flower.
Cucina.
But
Yeah.
all right, Black Ninja here does not appreciate the cultural appropriation that's going on in his dojo. He's very mad when the fucking sensei hands out the fucking ninja diploma to Italian ninja.
You-
He's like, no, he's no ninja.
You know what, Slasher? I think you just hit on something that could make this movie so much better. So we need a redub of this with him saying, "You're culturally appropriating my culture."
Yeah. Oh, we could totally dub this too, dude. Like the ADR is so bad that no matter what we do, it could be better.
I was saying while we were watching the movie, I was saying like, they should have been like mouthing the words wrong on purpose. They should have did it like old school fucking martial arts dub movies.
Have you ever seen? There's a trauma film called Ferocious Female Freedom Fighters, and it's based off of a Filipino female wrestling movie, but they dubbed it all wrong. And like they have this like little kid who has like dickosis, where the thing in his dick goes right to his brain, so unless he jerks off feverishly, his head will explode. So like it's like, sis, you got me a gift. Can I take it to my room and fuck it now?
What's up, Chicago Cubs? Thanks for stopping in. Man.
What's up?
What up?
Talking about Enter the Ninja. Ninja 3. Yeah, Ninja 3 is it's a fun bad watch. The
what's
second one,
subtitle?
Revenge of the Domination. Ninja 3, Yo, no joke. In Ninja 3, there is a fucking scene, a sex scene. This girl's trying to make drinking V8 sexy. She's pouring, she opens a fucking can of V8, bro. And it's like V8. It's on the fucking can, and she's like pouring it on her tits and shit.
It's like, I'm still not gonna drink that shit.
My titties. Yes.
Yeah, that stuff's still gross, bitch.
See, I like tomatoes, so I do like V8 actually. I
Really?
know, yeah.
I
It's the
love
Italian side of you.
marinara sauce, and I love like spaghetti sauce. I had a V8, and as soon as it like for some reason my body rejected it like holy water. I'm like,
Yeah, because you
The
expect
only-
something kind of sweet, and it's just like fucking tomato juice.
It's
Yeah.
tomato juice,
It's
yeah.
not even tomato juice. It's like all kinds of other shit.
Yeah,
They-
celery. They're like celery and beets in it and shit.
Yeah,
But
the only V8 I was
Bill
able
Gates
to tolerate was the carrot one that they have.
oh, yeah.
Is it? It's orange. I never seen that one.
Yeah. I don't know if they make it still anymore, but I remember having it many years ago, and I thought that one was okay. I wouldn't say it's great, and it's not something I would go out and buy, but it wasn't horrible like the regular stuff.
I don't mind tomato juice. So.
What were you saying, Adam?
I don't know. What sounds disgusting.
Oh,
Oh, I said Bill Gates tomatoes.
Oh no!
yeah, I hope not. Jeez.
Grow an extra ear or something with that.
Right.
Right?
Or you got a hook for a hand.
Yeah, in a German accent.
It was like the German penguin.
Oh no, Chris said he's Boss Hog. He was wearing the Boss Hog outfit.
Yeah, they came in and it looked like a giant, tall version of what is it, Roscoe P. Coltrane and JD Hogg.
But then he changes into safari outfit later on.
Yeah. He's built like a freaking egg.
Oh yeah, that's the girl from the Breakin' movies, Lucinda Dickey.
Hey now.
Oh Jesus, she must have got made fun of like crazy in fucking school for that last name.
Hey, you know, if that's her profession, you know, she does what she does.
She's good handling the dickies.
Oh, she was hot. She was hot though.
Yeah, she was, dude. A lot of hot chicks in the Breakin' films.
Wait, was Breakin' 2 the one where they're trying to save the fucking rec center?
Yep.
Okay.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know if I saw the whole thing of Breakin' 1, but I know I saw the whole thing of the one with the fucking rec center.
Yeah, I was totally one of those the suburban kids that was into urban culture when I was younger. I watched Breakin' and Breakin' 2. I loved it.
Oh yeah, well,
yeah.
I was in like kindergarten. I thought breakdancing was so cool. I was like,
Corrugated cardboard box and
Yep. Oh, yeah. I just looked up. Yeah, I do remember her. Yep. Yeah, I had a
Cool.
huge crush on her.
Lucinda Dickey.
Yo, yeah.
See, I'm with Frankie. I'll do the sauce, but not so much the juice.
Yeah.
Well, you probably all think I'm weird. I like clamato juice.
Oh, clam juice and blah, blah.
I don't know. I could see Slasher dressing up like Shark Boy for Halloween when he was in
Oh, when he was Stone Cold Shark Boy?
Yeah.
Solid gold. That brings back memories. Damn.
Oh, she was a Solid Gold dancer?
Yeah.
Wow.
I remember Solid Gold. The fucking
Solid gold.
the dude from TJ Hooker, Adrian Zamed. I remember that. Yeah, he was the host of that shit.
Yeah. Just a bunch of hot chicks dancing. I'll take it.
Yeah, Solid Gold was like, for some reason, I don't know why, because the music was terrible, and I didn't give a fuck about people dancing. But for some reason, it was on Saturday afternoons, and since we had about 4 or 5 channels on our TV, I was like, okay, I might as well watch this.
Right. Soul Train.
That shit too. Yeah, shit like that. For some reason, I didn't care for the music or dancing, but for some reason...
At that point, you wish the Gong Show was there so you could hit the gong on them.
Yeah, boring.
I think that was one of the things that kind of cracked me up about Beetlejuice. So there's one part in the movie, and this relates to them bringing up Soul Train, where they were literally playing the Soul Train because that's the name of the train to take you to the great beyond.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that just cracked me up because it's like we're bringing back memories of that TV show.
Hell yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Dude, I didn't know that
That's
the
great.
dudes from freaking Breaking.
They taught him the moonwalk. Oh.
That's wow. Man, they must have been hooked up with Motown and shit.
Oh yeah.
Was
I
Turbo was the main guy, right? The
Yeah,
light
Turbo
skin-
was the main guy. Pop and Taco. Then there was
He was the light skinned Jerry Curl guy, right?
Yep. Yeah, it looked like El DeBarge.
Yes, yep. He did look like fucking El DeBarge.
By the way, yeah, that Lucinda Dickey, she did age pretty well. She's 64 now, but she did an interview about 6 years ago and looked pretty good still.
The cocaine didn't get her?
I guess not.
Good to know.
Man,
Vinny just announced to the whole world would hit.
you need that Japanese guy.
Well,
with the
6 years
microphone.
ago, I don't know about now.
Might be a corpse now. You never know.
No,
So is
ask
like-
Chris. I mean, he knows it. He goes, yeah, all women, they age like milk.
Yep.
Franco Nero still alive? Let's see.
Yeah,
I don't think so.
He is?
yeah.
Let's see.
Oh shit!
I told you.
How
he
old?
is.
Oh, okay. How old is he? Oh shit!
83.
This motherfucker. Oh shit!
Oh no!
He's my mom's age.
Yeah, I
Jesus.
told you he was in the Pope's Exorcist. That was only a couple years ago.
Yeah, that when you were telling me that, I was like, I never heard of this fucking movie.
Oh, dude, it's a great.
He doesn't look recognizable though. He doesn't look like what we saw him in because he looked like.
I would
John
imagine not. It
Yeah.
was 19. It was 90. It was fucking 1990, 81.
The
So
guy's in his 80s now. I mean,
Yeah.
okay, so he was in a lot of spaghetti westerns.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Yep. The only
Good to
bang
know
up-
he's still alive.
Mhm.
Let's see if Shokasugi is still alive. Yep, Shokasugi's still alive.
Nice.
Oh, it's all this, man.
He's 76.
Come on, we need a reunion for this movie so we can go get autographs.
Even
Yeah,
look, even though he gets a big old face full of cocaine here, he's still alive.
That's he's embalmed right now. His whole
It's
entire
his,
body is.
it's his life force.
Yeah, the cocaine zombie.
I am okay.
Well, fucking Miami Connection, Cocaine Ninjas.
Yeah. Oh shit! That sounds like an awesome video game.
Yeah, he should have been in Miami Connection. This guy.
God. Yeah.
Shabadoo. Yeah,
Shabadoo.
Shabadoo. I remember that was the other
Yep.
fucking guy's name. I remember. All right, which one of the break-ins where he had that? He was like fucking daydreaming, and then he's like
On
breakdancing
the
while he's
ceiling?
walking up the wall.
Yep,
And he's,
on the ceiling and shit.
was
yeah.
that two?
I think so. Yeah. God, I saw them back. Like I would always watch them back to back. To me, they blend into one big freaking honking movie. Like,
Yeah, they just felt like a first act.
See, cocaine
Yeah,
is cocaine is his life force. The way of the ninja. You get this. You get first. You take the mirror. Then you place the powder on the mirror. You take your katana blade and chop into very thin lines.
he's out there chopping like a 3-foot blade of like cocaine.
And first of all, every time I watch a fucking Cannon movie, I'm convinced that everybody on set that's like not
Oh,
a
yeah.
fucking even the caterers. The caterers were fucking
Craft service table.
blasting off behind the
They
trailer.
said it. If they had craft services,
Yeah.
it would be right next to the food, a giant pile of fucking
Sure.
coke.
It's a
Here's
table
your
of
script,
cocaine.
And here's the mirror of cocaine.
Your first serving is cocaine. Your second, third, and fourth is more cocaine. And
Cocaine
then
didn't
eventually
make
you
for,
might get away from the cocaine in order to get a tea with more cocaine.
cocaine did make for entertaining movies, though. I will say that.
Well, again, Caddyshack, like all those fucking movies, the National Lampoons, they said, yeah, they were fucking high off their asses.
Don't
During the
fucking
entire
doubt
year.
it. I don't fucking doubt it. You know, especially when you fucking hear come on. The dude said he didn't drink. A scene later, man. Like, I would have understood if he had that glass of... After he said he didn't drink, if it was like maybe half an hour into the movie later. But you don't put a glass of wine in his hand right after he says he doesn't drink. Are they trying to make us think it was like Welch's grape juice or something?
Wait, is wine considered drinking though? Because in like religion, like the Catholics, they don't drink, but they can drink wine. So to just saying it was the 80s.
It's still alcohol, though, you know?
body of Christ, with the wine. I'm
Right.
just saying, with religion,
Mhm.
I think you got to give it a pass on the wine. But to
I
your
mean,
point, it's funny as fuck.
but like also when
Yeah.
I used to go to church, when I was going to Catholic school, and I used to go to church, they never let the kids drink the wine. Every time you went up to take the host, you had to take the bread as a kid. They weren't letting the kids drink the wine.
Well, he's not a kid in the movie, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I know. I'm just talking about the Catholic religion, like what they used to do. They wouldn't let the kids.
Welch's grape juice.
I mean, I don't know the Catholic Church's stance on ninjas. I don't know how they.
The Catholic ninjas, like the
Just
pagan
ask
ninjas.
them, maybe they'll reply.
Dude,
That'll
so
be
their
the next
shurikens look
movie.
like
The Catholic ninja. All right, well, no, we also got. It'll be that guy with the crucifixes and the pornos in his jacket.
Yeah,
That's
no,
what it'll
dude.
be.
the shurikens are straight out of Castlevania, the boomerang. Whoosh, whoosh.
Oh yeah, with crucifix.
Yeah.
It's going to be the Pope's
Sangria.
ninjas. Never mind the Pope's exorcist.
Yeah, the poor
Yeah. All right. Yeah, that's a whole other topic right there, Frankie.
Yeah.
The real Jesus juice.
Yeah. We'll just
Michael
move to
Jackson.
another diocese.
Hey, children, here's the Jesus juice.
Yeah.
So this guy,
Purple Heart.
after he graduates from Ninja University, he goes off to the Philippines to meet his friend. Well, first of all, he gets accosted by his Chris's dream girl over here.
When she popped on screen, Chris was just like, "That's the most beautiful girl in the world."
he looked at her, dream weaver.
Right?
I believe you could get me through the night.
The
Started
British smile
listing
did
off
it
his
for me.
assets, man. He was like,
I don't know if it was the eggs on the nail tits or the British
Or the
cheese
shotgun.
Yeah, or the-
threaten him with a shotgun.
the sunken
butter
in
teeth.
eyeballs. And, it was disgusting.
The pecker-wreckers.
Yeah, that was like a freaking chainsaw.
Last call at a bar, I'd hit it.
Yeah.
Oh, we need Draven here.
oh, he would. I mean, there was no doubt it would not have a pulse, and he'd hit it.
Man, yeah,
He's a
I just thought it was
vampire.
funny
Come on.
though when she pulls a shotgun out on him, like, who are you? What are you doing on our property? How'd you get over the gate and all this stuff? And then out of nowhere, he like disarms her and squeezes her tit, and literally you can see in the shot he takes his index finger and his thumb and tweaks her nipple while he's squeezing it, and he like flattens her boob, and it's like, those are some flapjacks.
I don't think that was supposed to be in the movie. I think he
No!
just did
Yeah,
that and
yeah.
it like got caught on camera, and she was like, "Motherfucker, where's the cut?" And there was no cut.
Yeah, was it you, Vinny, who came to the conclusion that every scene was done in one take? Was this?
Oh yes, yep. Especially with the little everyone making mistakes. You got the goons who are supposed to be stabbed with something with an arrow, and then as
Oh,
it
yeah,
goes over,
he-
you
yeah.
see he just holding it in
Hand
his hand.
moves. Yeah, that was hilarious.
I can't believe this made $15 million in the box office.
I can't believe
Well,
it.
this is the 80s. This is when like ninjas were the coolest things in the world.
Yeah, this was like the dawn of ninja craziness.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's like the ninja thing, like it didn't pop up in the 70s that popular, you know?
No. Like,
Not that I lived through the 70s, but I remember I was at the height of the ninja craze in the 80s.
Yeah.
Everything was fucking ninja. They even used to, I remember the ninja magazines, Black
Yep.
Belt and shit like that.
It started with Bruce Lee in the 70s, and then when Ninja Turtles came out, everything went ninjas in the West.
Well, even before Ninja Turtles was popular, ninjas were like, because you had so many video games that had ninjas in them.
Yeah.
I've been doing I realize now, I've been doing so much ninja stuff on my fucking channel lately. What did we watch a while back? We watched a ninja thing
Ninja Scroll.
Ninja Scroll.
Yeah.
I played this god awful fucking NES ninja game called Ninja Crusaders. It's not god awful, it's just ridiculously mediocre. But and Shadow Dancer, I played that. That's one of my fucking favorite games. That game is fucking awesome.
Shinobi 2, technically.
How come they never did anything did they ever do anything cartoon related to Shinobi? You would know, Chris, right?
The closest they came to Shinobi or Joe Musashi in a cartoon depiction is in the Sega Gaga game that only came out in Japan, which was like a parody of the Sega offices where you got to see all the characters from the Sega games in cartoon form.
Oh, okay. So
here's what pissed me off is .emu, the guys who made Streets of Rage 4.
Mm-hmm.
They wanted to make Joe Musashi a playable character.
Oh, that would have been cool.
It would have been the coolest thing ever, and Sega shut them down. So as a protest, there's a level where you can see Joe Musashi graffitied on like a sewer pipe or whatever in the underground.
Oh, okay. That's the last one that they did was 4?
Yeah, I love that one, dude. Streets of Rage 4 is amazing.
I wanted to play that.
Was that the one with the cyborg guy?
No, that was 3.
3? Okay.
Yeah. 3 to me, 3 is like the black sheep of the games. Like part 1 was cool, part 2 was amazing.
2 is I love 2, man. Skate was my favorite character.
That's in here.
I love fucking using Skate.
In 3, they have Cherry, who is basically she's like the almost like Skate, like she's lighter and stuff, but she has a guitar as a weapon. So you can
she's on rollerblades too?
No, she's not on rollerblades.
Okay.
Does she have the mini skirt and the red jacket?
I'm not sure. I think she's got like pink like dreadlocks, and she's got the big red guitar, and it literally wields it like an axe. So like you can use it as like a special move, and it's pretty freaking sweet.
Nice.
So
we should play that sometime.
I wanted to first, and then real quick. So you were talking about like the popularity of ninjutsu and all that stuff.
Yeah.
So one of the names that always pops up, I remember back in the day, was Stephen K. Hayes. So he was like one of the first Westerners that went over there and learned the art of ninjutsu, and he actually started doing that in around 75 or so.
Mm-hmm.
And then in 93, he had reached his 10th degree black belt in Togari Kuryu ninjutsu. And then in 97, he founded a martial arts training camp.
What was his name again?
Stephen K. Hayes.
Okay.
Yeah, I
remember he's done plenty of books. He appeared in the Ninja magazine and everything, but he was like one of the people that actually helped with the popularity of people getting it. Because when I was a kid, you couldn't get away from a lot of these martial arts stores that suddenly started carrying all kines of ninjutsu. So they had the Tommy boots, they had the rapid, like traditional wraparound masks too. Not this pullover shit not the pullover shit that they had here, but the traditional wrap ones. So I mean, that was something that got started in the late 70s, but it did really burst like wide open into the 80s.
In the 80s, yeah.
Well, just
Ninja, so many toys, made like Ninja toys and shit. Like,
well, just for context too, the word ninja was never used until the 1950s.
Yeah, you said it was just referred to as shinobi, right?
Yep, yeah. If you ever see the kanji, it always even when they say ninja, it's still the shinobi kanji. And nobody ever ninjutsu and all that stuff. It's kind of a modern adaptation of stuff.
No.
It's weird. But the guys you see in the black garb here that we see in that never existed during the Sengoku Jidai and stuff. A ninja was somebody that Hattori Hanzo was a samurai, but he's also one of the most famous ninjas in the world. But if you see them, then they're not doing their job because they're supposed to look just like everybody else. They can dress in normal clothes. They act like normal people,
This is what I'm saying. All right, so seeing our Italian ninja in his white ninja outfit, that totally defeats the fucking purpose of a ninja.
Unless you're operating in the snow.
In the sno.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Now I want to see Mario dressed up as
I'm sure Chris knows about. Oh, I'm sorry, Benny.
Oh no, I just said now I want to see Mario as a ninja.
Well, they did that in Sega. They had Alex Kidd in Shinobi World. And
oh my god, I fucking forgot about that.
Well, I was going to say, I'm sure Chris knows about this too. When he's talking about they were supposed to blend in, they would use very nondescript colors, so a lot of grays and everything, stuff that is very neutral. when they wore clothes, and they didn't. Yeah, like he's saying, they didn't have the outfits and stuff like that. One other thing I will mention, and you see it used a lot in all these damn ninja movies, is the use of the shaken, the throwing star. So that was never meant to pierce. It was meant as distraction. It just toss it at somebody and hit him. It was like a big lump of freaking metal. It wasn't really meant.
It's not supposed to go through their skull and partially stick
Well,
out.
it's like when he throws the caltrops. He throws the caltrops at the guy. Those are meant to throw on the ground so people
on the ground. It's like those are ground weapon. Yeah.
He had a hell of a Nolan Ryan arm when he like back threw him, and they're like,
when he do that shit behind his back, dude. Yeah.
But don't forget, he
that's not how
gingerly
this works.
stabbed the guy at the end, and that was it.
But yeah, not even the fighting was that great in this movie.
No, we're looking at the best guy, like the best martial artist dude in the movie. Everybody else didn't have any like. They were not convincing in any way, shape, or form that they knew what they were doing.
Mark, most of the fucking bad guys he's fighting in this are like suit and tie goons. They're just useless suit and tie goons.
Yeah.
I saw like when they were standing there, I was reminded of the fucking South Africans in Lethal Weapon 2. I expected someone to come out, hold up a fucking wallet, and say "diplomatic immunity," and then Danny Glover is gonna go, "just been revoked," and shoots him in the fucking head.
Yes.
Oh shit.
But this movie, like for a ninja movie, shouldn't you be a little bit better with your fighting choreography?
One would think.
I mean, if you're not on a cocaine bender.
Mm-hmm.
Blur.
But
No, real quick,
So-
I wanted to hit on this because Chris
Yeah,
was
yeah.
a little bit confused when I said shaken.
Shuriken.
Shuriken is a broad term.
Yeah. So shuriken is actually multiple different ones. So you have the bow shuriken, which is like basically it's just a rod, which the way he throws into the one guy's neck.
Oh, a throwing
It's
spike.
just it's a throwing spike. Yeah, basically.
And
And then you have the hero shuriken shaken, which is basically the wheel.
Yeah, it's a little pinwheel. And then there's the die shaken, which it looks like 4 axe head blades all in one big square. And it's like a big honking thing.
That Gerald I showed you, right? That Gerald Akamura figure you sent me. He came with a rubber shuriken.
That's great.
Dude, that's funny. When I was talking about all this martial arts stars, they always had stuff for kids in there too. And if anybody remembers from this time, they had these rubber, because they weren't foam, they were like rubber throwing stars that they would sell the kids.
Yep, I remember those. I remember those shits. There were stores in my neighborhood that were actually selling these ninja weapons. That you had to like go into like the back part of the store, and every single time these stores would get busted because they would have they had katanas. They had fucking katanas like on the shelf. It's like, no wonder you're surprised you're getting arrested for this. You're surprised you're getting shut down.
I have a katana that I got when I was in my early teens, and it's 440 stainless steel. It's obviously not an authentic Japanese katana, but this fucking thing, dude. My buddy, who's little redheaded kid, weak little kid, swung it at one of the trees. The tree hopped and then slid down just like it does in the video games. So we're like, yeah, we're not gonna mess with this, because if that weak little shit could do that to a tree, imagine like somebody that actually had some arm strength could do those things.
Right.
See, I always imagined that those fucking swords that they would sell in these fucking stores like this, I always imagined that they were cheap pieces of shit, that if you swung it at something, it would like shatter into a million pieces.
No, this was 440 stainless steel. This was like a lawnmower blade, and it was sharp. Like you could shave with that damn thing. And yeah, like it was definitely not a kid's toy, and I don't know how my mom was okay with getting it for me.
Wow.
Yeah.
She must have wanted you. She really wanted you to get into some sort of trouble, didn't she?
Son
Sounds
of
like
a bitch! I was counting on him having an accident.
Go play with your ninja sword out there. Go do your little ninja. Go out with your little ninja friends.
Well, I had a collection of bows too. I had a like a compound bow, the one with the wheels on it and stuff.
Yeah.
And I was so stupid as a kid. I fired that sucker straight up into the air once.
Wait, indoors?
Outdoors, yeah, it was just like I set up all these hay bales and I'd have archery targets and shit. And one day I got bored and fired that sucker straight up into the air, and I'm like, "Oh shit, where is it?" And all of a sudden, this thing lands 4 feet in front of me.
Wow.
Well, when
How
I was
did your
growing,
son die? Oh, with the compound bow.
ninja weapon,
not
ninja
with
weapon
katana?
accident, ninja weapon accident.
I was the
another one.
Yeah.
See, all right. So when I was a kid, the person I don't even like to refer to this person. One of my siblings had a whole collection of ninja weapons that would just be on the floor. Like had throwing spikes, had shurikens,
Wow.
so I kind of had easy access to these things. So I could if I'm in my room, mom and dad ain't home, I'm gonna throw a fucking shuriken at the side of my fucking bed just to see if it fucking works.
He's like, Grandma has an arsenal. Right? Oh shit.
But yeah, this fucking movie is you should have for the horrible ADR.
Mhm.
All right, I'll say this one for Chris for the lack of titties, and just the fact that you have someone with a heavy fucking. You said he has a heavy Italian accent, right? So
That's
you
why
have
they
to
had the
ADR this guy
Yeah.
So for all that shit, get the fight scenes down at least.
Yeah.
Well, sometimes when a movie is shit, sometimes the fight scenes could save it, for an action movie,
Yeah.
But this was not really.
No, Ninja Wop didn't do it.
I'm sure he had his papers. That's how they made the movie.
Vito Ninjarelli was not a fucking great ninja.
Hey!
Ayo,
It's like,
boy.
they're coming. How do you know? You hear out in the woods. Hey! Ayo.
Oh, I thought you said. Papa.
I was about to say.
No, you hear the Godfather music.
It's just following him everywhere he goes.
Yeah.
Oh, remember when he rips that dude's hook hand off, and it's just like whoop whoop whoop. They play that fucking.
They totally robbed the Sesame Street soundtracks. It was awesome.
Oh my god! Well, they were like I was saying when we were watching the movie. They had 5 different styles of soundtrack for this fucking movie. There was some shit that I swear it sounds like the fucking music from the G.I. Joe cartoon.
Yeah, little sunbow. Yeah. Oh man.
Yeah, she wanted you to play like a ninja. Go outside with your katana, Chris.
Yeah, yeah. I'll try to find a picture of it.
Just don't get shot by police, please.
What was wrong with that gravity-inducing jazz music they were playing in the elevator for the bad guy?
Yeah,
that was pretty good.
That was great. Frankie says the sequel, Ninju, star of David Throwing Stars.
Yeah, the Ninju has little Star of David shirt.
You know what?
He always goes and retrieves them. You know how expensive these things are?
That's a good marketing idea.
Ninja.
Star of David Shuriken.
Yeah. Man.
For any of the Hebrew people out there that want to also become ninjas.
Well, here's the thing: they did make them.
Yeah.
But they made Star of David.
Yeah. I mean, they didn't put in kind of symbols or anything, but yeah, they had ones that were the Star of David.
Yeah.
Well,
I remember in Sin City, she had the swastika one.
Yeah. Well, no, that's a real one. Regardless, the Buddhists had the swastika before the Nazis did.
Well, yeah, I heard that was actually used in churches too.
Yep. Yeah. Well, when I went to Tokyo, there's a shrine that we visited. Well, yeah, there's a shrine in Tokyo that we visited, and I got a photo of it because my coworkers thought it was funny. But There's a big shrine and it has like a whole bunch of swastikas on it.
Yeah, the only difference is it's a mirrored image. That's all.
Yeah, it's spinning in the opposite. Yeah, and then some of them have like the end of the legs kind of curl outwards a little bit, and they have little dots in them. But yeah. Oh, by the way, Jews already have a martial art. Judo. We call it Krav Maga.
You also have Jiu-Jitsu.
Yeah, that's right. Well, so do means way of, and jitsu means art of. So the art of the Jew.
That's awesome.
But so, all right, this whole thing was like a land grab, right? We get our very flamboyant, very foppy,
very good
villain here. At first, I thought this motherfucker was wearing a muumuu when we first see him, but then they showed that later on when he's teaching synchronized swimming. Yes, because that's what you wanted a bad guy, him teaching women synchronized swimming.
Well, we didn't see what he did to those women.
Something tells me it had nothing to do with a sexual nature.
I think
they were safe.
He gave him a manicure.
He had Mr. Roberts or whatever that fucking guy was. The fucking guy that was following him around everywhere.
Yeah,
the one who was holding ninja auditions. We gotta put an ad on Craigslist. We need a ninja. We need a ninja to fight this guy.
Oh, this one looks reasonable.
Chicago Cubs want to know if this was canon. No, this is a Golden Globus.
Yeah, it is canon. It is canon, though. Yeah, Golden Globus was canon.
Because I thought Golden Globus was they were their own entity at first, and then they took over canon.
You know what? Let me see.
All I know is it sounded like a mad ball to me. I was like, globulus?
All right, production company Golden Globus, distributed by Canon Group. But yeah, all those Canon movies, Golden Globus, their name is on them.
I thought that was the guy from the Cobra Law.
Burgess Meredith?
Yeah. Globulus?
Oh, yeah.
Globulus Films.
Yeah, Globulus.
Yeah. The one where Sergeant Slaughter in the unedited version of the cartoon takes his Bowie knife and slams it through his eyeball.
That's fantastic, yeah.
Yeah, that was disappointing.
I found it, Slasher. 1979, Canon had hit serious financial difficulties, and Friedland and Dewey sold Canon to Israel cousins Mehem Golan and Yerim Globus for $500,000.
And I think they did some of the Superman movies. Let's see. All right, not Superman 3. I think Superman 4, right? Yep, Superman 4, Canon Group, Golden Globus.
Wow.
They were supposed to do Spider-Man movies, too.
Thank God they didn't.
They were going to continue doing Superman movies, and they were also supposed to start doing Spider-Man movies.
Jeez.
You know what? I'm very disappointed right now in Chris. Like, I just told him that 2 Jews bought out Canon. He didn't even give an Oy or shekels for me or anything.
He didn't
it's because it's expected. We own the entire medium.
He's gonna start singing Hava Nagila any minute.
Yeah. I'm gonna do the techno remix with my wrestler there, BD Moyle. When he comes, BD Moyle comes down in his wrestling thing in WWE 2K24. All yours.
Can you give your wrestler the little curls, the little sideburn curls?
Yeah, he had and he had the genius's graduation robe. The cloth physics are pretty badass. I was like, holy shit. Like, when he gets all excited, they're all, like, ruffling and shit.
That game was pretty impressive looking, the graphics on that.
That was gorgeous, dude.
The newest one?
Yeah.
See, I haven't liked it. I was like, when it was, before they started, it was, because it went from Raw versus SmackDown to just the year, right? It was just WWE 12 or WWE 13, right? That's what they started doing?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, they got so much worse and worse as it went on. Even the story modes were fucking awful.
Mm-hmm.
Well, you know what? When THQ, they knew that they were out because they were going under. That last one they did suffered from a lot of stuff, and that's where it really went downhill. Because before that, when THQ was like running solidly with the storylines, they were pretty good. They weren't horrible. But that last year, when they knew that they were handing it over to Take-Two, it does, the Rockstar, that's THQ holds all that stuff. When they were handed over to them, there was a lot of freaking dropped moments in that last game that they produced.
Yeah, that's right. I forgot about this. Masters of the Universe.
Oh,
Globus. And it shows.
God, and it's funny, I was just watching the thing and they were talking about Masters of the Universe, and it was some show. It was like all about like everything Moto, and they were talking about the studio. The studio told Mattel, no, we're going to do everything our way, because Mattel said, this doesn't look like He-Man. This doesn't look right. And they said, we have to do it our way because, you guys already said that we have pretty much, like, they had artistic freedom to do whatever they wanted. And they're the ones that picked all those shitty outfits and everything else in the storyline. They're the ones that did all this shit, because that's not what originally Mattel wanted. They wanted something that was actually going to push the freaking toys.
And that
they
art director,
money.
they gave that art director so much free leeway, and he destroyed all those characters.
Oh, so this was like the opposite of the fucking Schumacher Batmans, where Kenner had like final say on how everything looked. Kenner controlled that fucking movie. Yes.
Whoa.
But yeah, that's right. Over the Top 2 was another fucking Golden Globus masterpiece. Mattel blaming the choose. But fucking this movie, I don't know. It's like a land grab movie with like martial arts thrown in there. So the very flamboyant guy wants to take over Franco Nero's drunk friend's fucking land. Yada yada yada. Blah blah blah.
His name, funny enough, was Frank.
Oh yeah, that's right. His name was Frank.
The final boss.
Yeah, his friend is fucking. What's his friend? Cole. Okay. No, the friend is Frank. His name is Cole. Okay. Franco Nero's name in this is Cole.
America.
Okay, yeah, all right. Remember when we were in the opening credits how only one guy's name had a border around his name? He had the white border. That was the main bad guy. Christopher George.
Okay.
Oh, he died 2 years after this movie.
Oh shit.
Man. This was a lot of fun, man. That's what I got to say about this movie.
Cause of death? Shame.
Cocaine Ninjas probably got him in the middle of the night.
They put fucking ground up glass in his stash.
No.
Artie Lang survived that.
Yeah, but he lost his fucking nose. Isn't his nose like gone?
It looks like a deflated balloon.
He looks like the Sphinx. He looks like the Sphinx now.
Yeah, it's crazy.
But yeah, I was saying like this is basically this is an unintentionally funny version of Beverly Hills Ninja.
Yeah.
We were laughing the whole way.
I'm sure the actors were laughing. I'm sure they were keeping it in the whole time.
Oh my god, right?
So a land grab guy wants to hire a ninja of his own. I want a ninja. I want it now.
Yeah, I want a black ninja. That's what he says.
So he sends out his goons to the ninja school where our hero graduated from, and they hire Shokasugi to go kill him. And Shokasugi don't mind because Shokasugi was very mad at his cultural appropriation in the beginning.
Yeah,
he's not the ninja. He fucking screams while he's getting hit while dudes they're eating post graduation dinner.
I know he was madder than the. Oh, I was gonna say he was madder than the prime minister against Ubisoft for that fucking samurai game with the black guy.
And Tommy, this predates Storm Shadow and Snake Eyes. So maybe this was inspiration.
Well,
could've
then
been.
guess what? They did it right.
Because what? The first
Larry Hama all the way.
the first series of Joe was what, 82?
Re-released
82 or 83?
82.
Yeah.
But they
Yeah, so
started
this-
working on it in 81, I believe. It was 80 or 81 they started working on it.
So this got it beat by a year.
Which means they were making this movie in 80.
Yeah, this movie is it's one to watch and make fun of. It's not even really a great action movie.
No.
There, like I was saying, like sometimes you can save a shitty story if you have good fighting scenes, you know?
Mhm.
Hell, look at Jason Statham's career.
Yeah.
Yep.
I'm sorry, some of the Transporter 2, I didn't even see the
yeah.
first one. Transporter 2, oh my
The
god,
the first one was really good.
fucking
That second one
stupid.
is terrible. But
Stupid as fuck.
He's entertaining in it with
Oh
martial
yeah.
arts shit, yeah.
Or what's that one where he has? It's like the
Frank.
it's like the human heart version of Speed, right? Like he
Yeah,
has
Frank.
to keep moving
Oh,
so
Frank.
he doesn't die.
Frank.
Yeah.
I never saw that one.
Yeah.
All I saw was that part where he has to fuck Amy Smart in front of the whole crowd of people so
Yes.
he doesn't die.
You get his
That was
adrenaline up. Yeah.
hilarious.
Was that Crank 3 or Crank 2?
No, they only did 2 of them.
Oh, so it must have been the second one. But yeah,
No, I think it was the first one where he bangs her.
he bangs her. I thought that was. Oh, well.
No,
I'll
it
have
was-
to read
yeah.
it.
They're like a racetrack or something, right? They're like
Yeah,
a race.
no, it's in front of everyone. Yeah,
Yeah, I know.
They're waiting for the bus or something.
I've seen that clip many times.
Yeah.
It's just like that. That's the problem with that movie is like, or those movies is that like they're a series of like quick shots,
Uh-huh.
and then you forget everything in between.
Yeah.
It's an ADD movie, basically, right?
Yeah, it's like just the action shots, you know, the cool fight scenarios, and then the banging Amy Smart in the public. Like,
I mean, if I had to, if that's the only way I got to bang Amy Smart.
yeah. If I was to be humiliated in public, that wouldn't be the way I'd go, because it wouldn't be humiliation.
What happened to her? Is she still around? I haven't seen her fucking forever.
The Wall.
Oh, please no! Oh, she was such
Well,
a little
they
hottie,
age
man.
like fine milk. Yeah,
So, Slasher, I just looked it up. So they approached to relaunch G.I. Joe in 1980 because the franchise had been dead for 2 years because the original line died in 1978. So in 1980, they were looking to resurrect it. And it was shortly after they came up with concept ideas of how to resurrect it that they got a hold of Marvel and Larry Hama started working on it. So he would have been working on that right around the same time that they had come up with the idea to make this movie.
Well, also Storm Shadow was also a later series character too. It was like 84 or 85 when they introduced Storm Shadow.
Were the G.I. Joe figure sizes determined because of the Star Wars
Yes.
size?
Yes.
Oh, okay. Yeah, it made sense. You know, you could fit them in the same vehicles and shit. But Star Wars, I'm sorry, the G.I. Joe guys were just so much superior, like as far as toys go.
Yeah.
Like they and then when they added the swivel arms, it was like, these are vastly superior to the Star Wars.
Game changer.
Yeah.
Good articulation, man. That's what helps these figures.
Yeah. And then the story of Snake Eyes being that like they didn't have enough money or whatever for paint jobs or whatever. So they like use their leftover or whatever just to do a solid black character. And they're like, this is going to be like they're like, this is
it becomes the most popular character. Yeah.
Commando, codename Snake Eyes.
Any of you seen that movie? Did any of you actually bother seeing the fucking movie?
Fake Eyes? Fake
Yeah.
Eyes where they made Snake Eyes into a Japanese guy?
Yeah.
No tanks.
Yeah.
I didn't even watch the other ones.
Me neither. The super suits.
Well, wouldn't that be cultural appropriation?
Fucking once I saw Storm Shadow in a business suit, I was like, this is fucking horrendous.
Jesus.
I like how Storm Shadow became a good guy later on.
Well, the whole thing was that he infiltrated Cobra because Zartan killed his father or something.
Yeah,
Wasn't it that Zartan killed his
I
father?
thought wasn't his sister? I thought it was his sister.
Well, didn't Snake Eyes get blamed for the death of the Arishikage master, and that's why he fled? And then Storm Shadow was pursuing him, and then Storm Shadow learned that it was Snake Eyes in disguise that actually did it, and not Snake Eyes. Oh, I'm sorry, Zartan in disguise.
Zartan.
Yeah, and then that's when Storm Shadow kind of changed his tune from like I'm going to kill Snake Eyes to he's actually my brother in arms or something. I could be wrong because it's been like 40 years.
Yeah, something like that.
But
well, I didn't read too much of the most of what I know from the comics is like stuff that I saw and like blurbs online about the comics.
Mhm.
But I did have the comic of where I did actually have the comic. I sent it to you, Chris. Remember the link where it had the issue of how Snake Eyes got his ninja costume.
Yep.
He was kidnapped and he was being tortured because the Baroness was going to kill him. I think it was something that like Snake Eyes had killed the Baroness's brother, so she had a grudge against Snake Eyes.
Yeah, dude, those comics, man, those like scarred me as a kid because a buddy bought me them for my birthday one year, and like Bazooka dies in it, like there's bullets everywhere. And I'm like, these aren't red and blue lasers. Like, people are dying. There's blood everywhere. What's going on?
Dude, I mean, back in the day, like when Marvel used to have like a good bullpen of writers and creators, man, that's the kind of stuff they did. It was the same thing with Transformers.
They didn't give a fuck about killing off characters. They had no heart when it came to DC too, man. DC killed off a lot of their characters too.
Yeah, they're still doing it. Did you see the latest Harley Quinn? Spectacular. Holy shit.
God,
man.
I mean, fucking Crisis on Infinite Earths was like they wanted to kill so many goddamn characters just to put all the fucking universes into one.
Yeah, and they screwed it up again. They did the new 52 or whatever.
Well, even before the new 52, they did 0 Hour, which fucked up a whole bunch of timeline shit in general. They turned remember Hawk and Dove, like they turned the character Hawk into a supervillain.
Oh,
and it was supposed to be Captain Atom that turned into the supervillain, but that got leaked, so DC had to change it at the last minute.
Oh man. Yeah, all I know is they do these reboots or these resets or whatever, and then a few years later, it's all screwed up again, and they have to like try to fix it again. It's like, guys, nobody's gonna want to read your comics if there's no like continuity anymore.
Yeah.
Well, all right. Also, I remember reading a long time ago the reason what I've read about of why they wanted to keep doing that was so it was an excuse to keep the characters young. Bless you, whoever sneezed.
Thank you.
And that was supposed to be an excuse to keep like Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman. It was an excuse for them to not to be like, because like later on, while there was still Earth 1. They had the Superman with the fucking salt and pepper. You know, he had the Reed Richards white sideburns and shit.
Yep.
So the reason why they wanted to keep redoing the timeline in the universe was to keep the characters young. I don't know what the hell they're doing now because they always seem to be changing their shit every 10 or 15 years.
Now it's the absolute nonsense because they're losing the copyrights soon in a couple of years. They're trying to get this new shit off the ground. But who do they hire? They hire the same shitty writers who've been destroying their stuff for the past like decade or so, and they're continuing garbage, if you ask me.
Yeah.
Well, they really need to fucking set shit right with comic books if they want to fucking survive. Because as we've been seeing over this past decade, was that when they have to make a character trans or have to make a character gay, it doesn't sell. It fucking tanks their fucking sales.
Yep.
You know.
But Slasher, don't worry. The new Fartacula is going to.
Yeah, it's gonna. Yeah, all right. Yeah, that's. Yep. Let's do that. Let make a movie out of it. Hell yeah.
Man,
sure.
Yeah, who is that for, anyways? Like,
for
morons.
For the editors who like their weird fucking fetishes, like that guy from Nickelodeon who had the foot fetishes with the little kids.
Yeah.
Oh, Dan Schneider.
Yeah. Those editors are all the same way at DC and Marvel. They're the same exact type of fucking people.
How could you like hire say you're like the corporate guy in the boardroom, the big guy up, and you hire these fruitcakes, and you're like, okay, I'm looking at the end of the fiscal year, and we've got a net loss across the board. Like, why?
And just keep doing it over and over again.
Because they're lefty activists.
But it's like you could only shoot yourself in the foot so many times.
Yeah.
You're not going to have any toes left.
Well, it's like what my dad used to say. If it happens more than once, it's not a mistake.
Yeah,
You know,
it's not a
how many
mistake.
times? Yeah, how many times? This is intentional.
Yeah,
Yes,
of
it
course
is
it's
intentional.
intentional because they're losing money left and right. They sit there and they tell you, "Hey, well, we're putting these characters in because diversity, blah 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 blah." Even though all the fans don't want it,
Yeah, and
but
it's
then they
not
turn around and
selling.
they attack the fans for being bigots and not buying it. Even though they sit there and they tell you, "Well, it's not for you if you don't like
Yeah,
it." Well, if
exactly.
it's not for me and I don't buy it, but I'm still a bigot, why do I even bother with your company? And that's where we get around to the point where all these people that just still keep giving these companies money, you're creating your own downfall. You're feeding the very company that can't stand you. So stop crying about it. You're going to sit there and give them money.
All that bitching about no diversity being in comic books, it's like, go fuck yourselves. I've been reading comics since the 1980s. I know so many goddamn fucking black characters, female characters. It's like, I could name more black characters than most of these fucking Marvel writers probably could fucking name.
What infuriates me is we all knew that Assassin's Creed Black. No, I can't say that one. Assassin's Creed Shadows was a piece of shit, and it was Weimar Republic propaganda and all that crap. Everybody knew it. We've been calling it since the beginning that it's going to be crap. Why is my YouTube timeline and recommendations full of these people that have been on social media saying it's crap, all playing the game and streaming it?
Great point. Tommy and I were discussing that as well.
Yep.
Yeah.
Oh, it's the we're playing it so you don't have to.
Have to.
You're the ones you're responsible for these sales, you idiots.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
That's why I made the statement. If you're going to give them money, don't complain about it. Just play your little shitty game and stop whining.
All right, I want to give an example here of all their bullshit. No representation. Go fuck yourselves. So, all right, it was it was probably like 2018 or 2019. All right, if anyone remembers this team from the 90s, the New Warriors.
Oh yeah.
All right, so they did this horrible fucking looking reboot. They even had two fucking characters named Snowflake and Safe Space.
Yep.
They even had to put that shit in the characters' fucking names.
I called it. It was never going to be released. I was right.
The leader of the group was a short, fat Puerto Rican girl with a backpack. That's the fucking leader of the group. Yeah. All right. So what they did was they took the New Warriors name. Now the New Warriors, their leader was a black man.
Was it Thrash?
Night Thrasher. Night Thrasher was a black guy. They had women in this fucking group. Even one of the women was a disabled black woman. She had crutches and she was black and a woman. That one right there, 3 check boxes checked off right there in one fucking character you already had. But these fucking hacks don't even know the background of the company they're fucking working for. They couldn't dust off this character. Her name was Silhouette. She was Night Thrasher's girlfriend. And they'd like, oh, you just erase that. This has never happened before. It was the same bullshit that when Black Panther came out. We're finally getting a black Marvel superhero. Dickheads, you had Blade. If there was no goddamn Blade, you wouldn't have your MCU. Exactly. Blade gave them the confidence enough to make a fucking Spider-Man movie and to make the X-Men movies.
Dude,
Marvel couldn't make a fucking movie. Oh, yeah, Storm. When Cyclops was part of X Factor, Storm was the fucking leader of the field leader of X-Men.
Yep.
But how many goddamn female characters in X-Men?
Almost all of them, dude.
You had, but then you had the fucking, the side ones. You had Polaris. You had fucking Moira McTaggart. You had Siren, Banshee's cousin. If they were there already.
Oh, I thought it was his daughter.
I don't want to hear that bullshit. No, Siren is Banshee's cousin. I'm pretty sure she's his cousin. Let me see.
Yeah, Jubilee, the Asian chick that was.
Yeah, Jubilee. But even before Jubilee, you had fucking Boom Boom in the New Mutant.
Oh yeah. Boom Boom, Shadowcat. Holy shit! Yeah, freaking what's her face there? The White Queen.
Phoenix. You had and Excalibur had Phoenix. They had the other version of Phoenix, not the Jean Grey version.
Yeah, the Goblin Queen one.
It's fucking ridiculous that they try to you're pissing on my leg and telling me it's raining.
Yeah.
But that's how the activists are.
Well, it's because there's a difference between female characters and feminized media. Like John Douglas mentioned this.
Okay, she is the daughter. She is Banshee's daughter. Okay, I thought she was.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, okay. I thought she was his cousin. Okay.
Well, yeah, we're there. There's a dude that freaking posted on Twitter and caught a shit ton of flack for it, where he's like, "Hey, I'm in Target, and you're wondering why men don't read fiction anymore." And it was like all fantasy, like that's the genre that I loved, man, growing up, like all the Dragonlance Chronicles and freaking Drizzt and all that shit. He's looking at the aisle, and it's all like young adult, like female romance crap, but it's all in the fantasy section, and it's like, gee, I wonder why guys don't read fantasy anymore. Where's like the Conan novels? Where's the Solomon Kane novels? And they gave him shit for it, and it's like he's got a point. Like, if you don't provide, like, if they're not going to supply, there's not going to, like, people are going to leave.
Yeah. Well, so they even took out some of the staples for the fantasy. Like most of the Targets that I've been to, they removed all the Tolkien shit.
Yeah, wow. The freaking granddaddy of fantasy, modern fantasy. Yeah.
But yeah, modern entertainment makes me appreciate fucking Enter the Ninja, despite its some of its flaws.
Yeah, I didn't hear any denigration of white people or insults toward men. The only insults we heard were coming from me as I was talking about
that poor woman's ears are fucking ringing off the hook right now.
Right?
Like this obnoxious Jew Korean.
This ugly fucking broad. Get off my fucking screen.
This poor old lady, she's in her late 70s, and she's like, why are my ears ringing so much?
She like wakes up dead cold out of her sleep.
No, but
Chris is like, why do I suddenly feel like I need to go to IHOP and order pancakes?
her ears are ringing. She's like, why is this happening? And then it dawns on her, oh no, someone is watching Into the Ninja again.
Yeah. You just send her like photos of screenshots of the movie. Like
that poor woman, she can't escape. She can't escape Chris Fitzgerald.
Yeah, that's it. I'm gonna find her on X or social media, and I'm gonna make a gif of her getting her nipple tweaked by the Italian ninja.
I'll start asking her, why didn't you show me how horrible your titties look in that movie?
Signed a concerned non-fan.
Oh wow.
Oh.
I was in the middle of all this rant about fucking. I didn't even realize Adam broke out.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh no, it might be his internet or whatever. Yeah. But thanks for chilling while you could, Adam. You almost made it to the end this time.
We'll say on Adam's behalf that he said he enjoyed the shit out of this movie, and I'm pretty sure he probably gave it a 10 out of 10 if he could see the numbers.
Well, it was so bad it was good. Like, I enjoyed watching it, too, even though it was
we were laughing a lot.
Yeah.
I guess, right? The entertainment factor, just hanging out with friends.
Yeah.
I mean, the end fight could have been... The end fight, it was okay, but, like, yeah, just the way he just randomly just over his head, just boop, you're done. Boop, you're dead. Like...
Yeah.
Yeah, like, but then he beheads him, though. That was cool.
Or the mannequin there. They leave him the headed mannequin in the cockfighting ring.
Yeah, this goddamn restaurant that has a cockfighting ring in the middle of it.
Maricopa Restaurant.
Like, that's how we get down. That's how we get down in the Philippines.
Yeah, isn't that how every restaurant is over there?
Yeah.
They eat the
the cockfighting was very popular in this town in the Philippines.
Yeah.
Loco.
If fake James Caan brings a bunch of people onto his fucking property, he's like, time for a cockfight. He even says it's like time for.
We need to make that a clip, like a bumper.
The only time he got an erection.
When he wanted the Italian ninja to cuck him.
Oh yeah, he's telling the white ninja that his dick don't work while they're drinking at the bar. Mm-hmm. Oh god! And then like 2 scenes later, she walks in her nightgown. Chris was really hoping we got a fucking shot of him, but the lights go out before.
Wait a minute! I thought he talked about that after.
No.
No, it was before.
It was before, and then in the morning, they're acting weird, and then he makes a joke because he knows that they banged. She said, "What? You didn't have enough sack or something?"
Yes,
Yeah.
enough
Like
sack
drop the
time. I think he called it sack time.
Yeah, that was it. Sack time.
But which sack are you talking about?
Yeah. And then they went to go play tennis and bang some more. Oh, shit.
Yeah, the end fight could have even been better too. For this is like a better movie to watch when you get to make fun of it with people. I don't suggest watching this by yourself. Watch it with friends so you could have some laughs. For that alone, I give it a 6.
Mm-hmm.
What do you say, Chris?
I say straight down the middle. This one gets a 5. And if they would have shown those ugly, humiliating flashbacks, I probably would have bumped it up to a 6.
Chris is like maple syrup. Anybody?
Some salt and pepper for these fried eggs.
On a nail. These oranges in a sock. Like, yeah.
What do you say, Vinny?
Yeah, it's a bit. I go in between that. I go 5.5. That's all I'll go for it. I mean, it's funny seeing an Italian ninja. It's not something you see every day. My parents watched that guy's show. That I think it was Montalbano. I think that's the name of the TV series. He plays a cop or something.
You don't see many ninjas with mustaches, too.
No, you don't. And you saw it through his mask and everything. I mean,
yeah,
you gotta give him props. He went for it. Yeah, this movie was terrible, but yeah, watching it with friends, yeah, and if you were a kid in the '80s, yeah, this was this shit, but it does not hold up.
No.
Tommy's like trying to see if there could be an infinite amount of minuses for his score.
Yeah, pie.
What do you say? What do you say, Tommy?
To negative infinity and beyond. Yeah, and you know what? I mean, it's not absolutely the worst thing I've ever seen. It's not. I mean, if you want to be realistically, then I would say probably like a 3, maybe or so for it.
Mm-hmm.
The problem is there's just way too many, I would say, issues with some of the weapons that they're using and everything like that. There's just it's so ridiculous that it just I can't even minutely take this seriously. And then his so-called ninjutsu is more like 90-year-old geriatric patient with habitual knee problems type of martial arts. It's bad.
When he's in that bar fight, it's so fucking obvious it's his stunt double. Like when he does the handstand and he kicks the dude.
How about when he has the white Coppola on? He's got the white hat. And you can see that's why they gave him the hat, so you can't really.
So you can't catch that the stunt double has a completely different hairstyle that he has. Yeah.
Oh shit.
But yeah, I would say do not watch this by yourself. No. Watch it with friends or family, so you could all have a good laugh and do the Mystery Science Theater shit.
Yeah.
But yeah, man. Thanks, guys, for hanging out and doing this and starting the Ninja Trilogy.
Listen, I'm telling you, we got to do Jackie Chan movies. Super Cop. What was the one we mentioned before? Drunken Master 2. That thing's a masterpiece of a fucking movie.
You know what I want to watch? All right. There were a couple of Chow Yun-Fat movies, like before he got big over here in the States.
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
There was Hard Boiled was one, but there was one I can't remember the name of. I don't think it was Hard Boiled, where the bad guy it was like he had like the military uniform, like M. Bison, but the green military uniform, and his special move was the backbreaker. He would fucking in the movie he's picking people up and snapping them over his knee. Was this Hard Boiled?
No, and then he punches. Like, there's a scene where he catches the punch with his chin, and then the guy that's punching opens his hand and chokes him, like pokes him in the throat.
The bad guy you're talking about.
Yeah, the bad guy who's in the military gear.
So what was this one? What was this one called? Do you remember?
No, but Hard Boiled was the detective one where he's like, like a cop or something.
Yeah, I never remembered the name of this movie, but Yeah, some of those fucking, the 80s martial arts shit, I'll go back and check them out later on down the line.
Yeah.
Well, Chow Yun Fat really didn't break out, I think, in the Western markets until Crouching
Like the
Tiger.
90s.
Yeah, it's a shame because his body works freaking amazing. Actually, a lot of those kung fu stars are pretty underappreciated, I think, in the West.
Oh, yeah.
But yeah, Chicago Cubs. I always gotta. There is no way especially the 80s. Like every time I see a mustache, you can't help but think Magnum PI.
Yeah,
Right.
or Burt Reynolds.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, well, Magnum PI, man. Even in the intro where he's like, he looks down at the chick he's like teaching to swim, and you see that.
Yeah.
I'm like that. That's the man I want to be. That guy's my hero.
Right.
Plus, I remember every single fucking baseball player in the 80s had the fucking mustache and mullet combo. Like they all look. Keith Hernandez, like they all had that fucking look.
Yep.
And then Mike Piazza carried it into the 90s. But yeah, next week, part 2 of the Ninja series, Revenge of the Ninja. And yeah, who up here said it? Was it RR who said this? Well, someone said that part 2 was their favorite. I remember liking part 2 and not laughing too much about it. But
was that Revenge of the Ninja?
Yeah, Revenge of the Ninja.
Yeah, that was RR. That was RR.
Yeah.
Said.
Nice.
Okay, this I only found about this like a couple of years ago. The Master, starring Lee Van Cleef and Timothy Van Patten. It was a TV show, or maybe a mini-series or something. But yeah, I never watched it, but I heard of it.
Yeah.
But yeah, RR Part 2. Yeah, Part 2.
Okay.
But yeah, man, thanks for fucking chilling and enduring this movie, guys. Yeah.
Hell yeah, man.
Chris, if you want to throw your link in, the chat.
Awesome. All right. Yeah. Sweet. Yeah. I'm. Let me see if I can get that link going.
Oh, happy birthday, Chicago Cubs!
Hey, happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Belated birthday.
Yeah. All right. Yeah. Here's my independent comic book series, Infinite Tale Chronicles. We have book 2 campaign is hopefully coming very soon. I'm just waiting on like the last 4 pages, dude. It's like been pulling teeth. It's excruciating. But I've been working on the actual campaign page, and I showed a couple of people, and seemed to have got pretty positive feedback. So I'm happy to get this green light going. And I'm hoping by the end of this month, maybe middle of April. Yeah, I'm a little over deadline, but I think the wait will be worth it. And yeah, thanks for having me, man.
Yeah, man. Always good to fucking chill out with you.
Hell yeah.
Vinny.
Yeah, man.
Samurai Floyd.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah, this is Emperor Floyd. Yeah, I just dropped my link in the chat. Yeah, there's my link tree. Again, yeah, I got a ton of great projects and stuff. I got merch stores. Check it all out. Yeah, man, I gotta update that Printify store, but yeah, I got a lot of cool stuff there. A couple of different posters and T-shirts and all sorts of shit. So yeah, like I said, multiple links. Check it out. Tomorrow night we should be continuing the Dexter series. We're going to be going on episodes 5 and 6. And yeah, the original series is just so fucking good.
That's midway, right? That's the middle.
Yeah, we're hitting the midway point. Yeah, we're going to see some
good show so far, man. I never saw it before, and I've been digging what I've seen.
Yeah, dude. Oh yeah, it's what a fantastic series. But yeah, so tune in for that. Yeah, what else we got going on? Yeah, so like I said, I'm working hard on all these different projects. Yeah, check out my YouTube channels. I got 2 of them. One's got the art stuff on it. The other one's a little bit of everything. We do the tour reviews on Thursdays with Tommy, Chris, and Slasher, and Trina.
You're using my government name.
Well, there's another
No, I don't hide my name. I let people know my name is Chris.
Okay, good. What was I gonna say? And well, we do awesome streams on the Hannibal series over on Trina's channel on Wednesdays. Always a good time. And Friday we get a little crazy, but we hit a little bit of everything on some of our things. So tune in. If you had fun tonight over here, you're gonna have fun with the stuff we've been doing. But tomorrow is a watch party, so if you haven't seen it yet, no worries. Just if you want to catch up with us, we did the first 4 already. So 5 and 6 is tomorrow. 8 p.m. is usually when we start. But this was a blast as always. Hanging out with you guys and
hell yeah.
Getting some work done while we're doing this. So it's all good.
And yes, on Vinny's channel, we actually talk about what we watched. Like here it's just like fucking. It's just like a shotgun. Just
that's all good. Well, my Fridays are like that. We're all over the place on there between the political shit, comic books, game. We're everywhere.
But man, thanks for chilling as always.
Hell yeah, man.
And Tommy, thank you, brother.
Yep. I'm glad I could hang out and chat with you guys fellas for a while. See all
Hell
the
yeah.
awesome people in the chat. All the awesome people that are going to watch it in the replay. Wink, wink. Pass the word around. Help this guy out, damn it. It don't cost nothing to subscribe.
Right.
It really don't have a lot going on. The YouTube shenanigans as always. So right now, the only thing that seems to be working is to do nothing and only do the Thursday toy stream. So for the time being, that's what I'm going to continue doing as I'm still getting everything together for Rorschach. Poor guy's still sitting there waiting for his final resting place, but we're getting stuff together for him and we're going to send him out right. He's getting much love, but always a pleasure to be able to do these things as long as I'm not beat up and hurting too bad. And, everybody that was watching could have spent your time anywhere. You chose to spend it here with us, and it is greatly appreciated.
I appreciate the hell out of it. I appreciate you guys chilling on panel and everybody in the chat that stops in, man.
I hope Chris finds his flapjacks that he's looking for.
But I know
Boysenberry might be a better fit for you, Chris.
Yeah, Boysenberry.
But Tommy, I know exactly what you're talking about. How where you'll be doing stuff on a channel where even maybe you even overdoing stuff with the uploading, and the numbers don't move, and then you take a week or 2 off, and then all of a sudden, how the hell did I get 5 extra subscribers? It's amazing, isn't it?
Cannot make sense out of it, and I'm through trying to make sense out of it.
Yeah, I fucking gave up a long time ago trying to make sense.
I'm pretty sure that 90% of the people that work in YouTube, if you were to shake them really hard, they would sound like empty spray paint cans.
But our Chicago Cubs, Frankie. Who else we got in here? Well, that's it, I believe. But thank you guys for stopping in, and I'll be back next week with Revenge of the Ninja, and we'll go out with this.
What's up, DiBiase, punk ass bitch? Oh, mother.